The organizations that are feeling the squeeze of energy inflation the most are the ones using the most, and it's not just data centers. It's also the public and private institutions that we live within in our local communities, and also small businesses too. There is a massive demand to access lower energy costs without spending any money and without installing solar, especially because large energy users are looking for solutions to reduce costs. Community solar is the answer in markets like Illinois and New York, but it's always had a distribution problem. Most organizations don't know how to access these available energy savings by subscribing to local solar projects. We saw this issue in the early days of building Community Solar Authority. We built an on-ramp to solve it, and we've been growing over the last 7 years in business, helping some of the largest fortunes, municipalities, corporations, big businesses, and large energy users alike access community solar savings. My name is Dakota Malone. I co-founded Community Solar Authority. We've unlocked access to over $50 million in future energy savings for our clients, and we connect large energy users to available community solar projects. This is the behind the scenes story of how we help Siena University capture $100,000 a year in savings without spending any CapEx, without installing solar, using our community solar rollouts. We'll start with the challenge. The uphill battle each of our clients are trying to solve internally all looks very similar from an energy perspective. They want to improve their energy strategy and find savings. They want to hedge against future electricity inflation, and they want to enhance sustainability practices. For some of our clients in the private sector, as an example, they care the most about finding available cost savings. But in the case of working with an institution like Siena University, they already had strong commitments to environmental stewardship and financial responsibility. In fact, Siena's board of trustees articulated a clear vision for sustainability in its March 2024 resolution on commitment to sustainability and ecological conversion. This ultimately meant that the implementation of community solar aligned perfectly with their long-term vision, but it was just something they hadn't explored yet. Here's what became possible. They could access lower energy costs on a $0 investment without installing solar. They could get a full offset of solar credits across campus operations without any downtime. And they could use these available energy savings to reinvest back into the university however they'd like. All right, so now let's get into the results. Here's exactly how we help Siena and all of our clients access community solar. 1, we educate all of the stakeholders on the program. 2, we source available community solar projects to maximize savings. And 3, we implement the program into your energy strategy to make sure that you actually access these savings. When our team stepped into conversations with Siena, we simply showed them the on-ramp to these available savings. It was very different from anything else they had looked at previously, because when you think about on-site solar, you're talking about potentially capital expenditures or facility downtime or installing or making changes to the facility. With community solar, you're simply capturing savings in the form of a bill credit in exchange for participating in the program, which ultimately, in this case, helps New York State meet its renewable energy commitments. We showed them how they could utilize this strategy, which came without installations or any CapEx or making changes to their facilities. And after showing them what was possible, we quickly got a deal done and helped them capture $100,000 a year in savings. Siena was able to capture an infinite ROI from this community solar play because they didn't spend any money, and this would allow them to capture millions of dollars in savings long term. But we knew they wanted to think about additional on-site solar opportunities in the future, so our team worked with the developer, built some flexible terms, and allowed Siena a fair agreement so that they can continue capturing energy savings while maintaining a long-term strategic vision. Now I want to get into the community solar solution. Our team has been doing this for going on 8 years in the community solar space. During this time, we've built systems and expertise on a very narrow lane, which is all around helping large energy users access available savings through community solar. We work with some of the most significant community solar developers in the country, and they hire our firm to be able to fill their projects with large energy users. Understanding the on-ramp we've built into community solar is worth understanding because we built it for large energy users in mind to solve the distribution problem in community solar markets. Specific to New York, as an example, it's hard to find a project to subscribe to in the current landscape. This leaves a huge demand of organizations that want to save money, but they can't because they can't access any projects. Because of our expertise and our systems, we were able to help Siena in capturing short-term savings in under 30 days so that they could take advantage of available energy savings. Here's what the president of Siena University said about this community solar deal. At Siena University, sustainability is not symbolic. It is a responsibility grounded in our Franciscan values and reflected in how we operate every day. This community solar partnership reduces costs, stewards resources wisely, and models for our students and the broader community how environmental leadership and financial responsibility go hand in hand. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. And if you want savings for your organization too, you can go to communitysolarauthority.com to book a call. If we are not connected on LinkedIn, please find me there at linkedin.com/in/Dakota Malone. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode, and we will catch you on the next one.